former President Donald Trump has released a statement on social media saying that he has received a letter from special counsel Jack Smith telling him that he is the target of an investigation by a Washington, D.C. based grand jury examining the January 6th insurrection and efforts to overturn the 2020 election. For more, let's bring in NBC News senior Washington correspondent and NBC News Now anchor Hallie Jackson. Hallie is with us by phone. That's why you won't see her as she begins speaking. Hi, Hallie. Thank you so much for joining us. So one of the other big details here, the fact that the former president says they gave me a very short 4 days to report to the grand jury, which almost always means an arrest and indictment. First, just get us up to speed here. I know this just broke, so we appreciate you calling in. Thank you for that. Tell us what we need to know about this and what to make of that. This almost always leads to that. What do you think of that?
Yeah, of course. Hey, Savannah, it's good to be with you this morning as we are scrambling, and I'll see you from the camera soon, because as Donald Trump has done in the past, he is in many ways scooping his own news here with the potential now, and I want to stress potential, for possibly a third indictment of the. Again, our teams are working to confirm with the special counsel, with the Department of Justice, through other avenues that we can. But as you've laid out, he has posted this on Truth Social in just the last couple of minutes here, describing this sort of flag that he got from the special counsel's office. He calls it, in all caps, horrifying news. I think you can show the Truth Social here, saying that at this point, he believes this is, as he has said before, a witch hunt about election interference. This is a classic Donald Trump defense, essentially. This is what he said all along for the myriad of legal issues that he is facing here. He is calling it effectively a third indictment, essentially. Now, again, there are some question marks as to what this process is, where this process goes, as Donald Trump is the one, we should say, who is revealing that he has been told that he is a target of an investigation here. Obviously, high alert at this point for any news coming out of the Department of Justice. Let me remind people what this is related to here, Savannah. The special counsel has been doing this essentially two-pronged investigation. We have already seen an indictment, as you well know, as our viewers well know, as it relates to those classified documents that Donald Trump allegedly mishandled at Mar-a-Lago. He is facing more than 30 charges related to that. We were, as you remember, down in Miami covering that indictment. He is allegedly had been working with a co-conspirator, Walt Nada, his sort of body man, his personal valet. That is separate from what we are talking about. We believe here, again, this is coming from Donald Trump, but he describes it as the January 6th grand jury investigation. What does that mean? Special counsel Jack Smith has also been conducting an exhaustive investigation into election interference, potentially what happened in the days before, during, and after the attack on the Capitol back before the inauguration in 2021 on January 6th. It had long been speculated. There had long been some tea leaves suggesting that Donald Trump was obviously a part of that investigation, that this perhaps could happen, that he could end up, and we don't know where this is going, but that he could end up indicted in this investigation. Now, again, I just want to, I know I'm giving lots of caveats here, but it's because I want to be clear about what we do and don't know at this point, and what is coming from Donald Trump and what is coming from other sources here. So he's already indicted on the classified documents issue. This is potentially related to what is happening around January 6th, separate investigation. He is still facing, Savannah, the possibility of a fourth indictment down in Fulton County, Georgia, where the district attorney down there has suggested she will make a decision on whether or not to indict Donald Trump sometime in the first 2 weeks of August. So here we are now. We are, midsummer, and this web of legal issues that Donald Trump is facing have snowballed, in essence, just as he is gearing up for the 2024 presidential campaign. It's already in full swing. We saw him out at an event this weekend. He's giving speeches. He's doing rallies. He's doing interviews. He's out on the campaign trail. He's out in Iowa, for example. And so this is the legal and the political colliding in a very real way. Here's what we don't know, right? We don't know at this point. And again, I'm looking at my phone, looking at our email. Our teams are working on this, but we don't know yet what the DOJ plans to do. This is, I'm sure, legal analysts and experts about this, but the way that the process unfolds when there is a moment like this, a target letter, so to speak, goes out. Somebody is notified they're targeting the investigation. Fairly procedural in an investigation like this. But it is a signal, and we've suspected for several weeks now that Jack Smith is getting close to wrapping up this potential portion of this investigation. This seems to be the clearest indication yet that that's happening, Savannah.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.